2018 newborns get Adam 50 gift. Health Ministry confirms man in Selangor tested positive for MERS-CoV. Good evening and a very happy new year. Thanks for joining us. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2 with me, Amin Carlos. Now, fireworks lit up the skies as Malaysia welcomed New Year 2018 at the stroke of midnight. The colourful fireworks were followed by several events attended by thousands of Malaysians from various racial and religious background and also some tourists. Elsewhere, thousands gathered at the Twin Towers for a fireworks display to welcome in the new year. The 10-minute display enthralled the crowds which had gathered earlier in the evening. KLCC Park, situated within walking distance from Suria KLCC Shopping Centre, is a tranquil and family-friendly locale for the most part of the year. However, it transformed into a massive New Year's Eve concert venue with live music performances by local and international acts, which ended with a great round of fireworks. Meanwhile, among other locations chosen by Malaysians and tourists to usher in the new year was the KL Tower, which allowed visitors to witness the event from a height of 300 meters. Here is what some had to say.
Great view. There's so much lights and buildings and we like it.
It's like at Genting Highland, very cool, and the view is very nice. Yeah. We are first time.
Its Chief Operating Officer, Mir Shahril Anwar Ahmad Rathwan, said the number of tourists to the KL Tower provided a positive impact to the country's tourism sector.
Sebenarnya kita akan ada tos dari segi minuman dan sebagainya disediakan dan juga dari segi kita punya pemain muzik yang tersedia di Menara Kuala Lumpur pada data ketinggian 300 meter. Ini antara aktiviti sampingan di samping kita melihat bunga api dan juga keindahan Bandaraya Kuala Lumpur pada ketinggian 300 meter.
Well, 10 babies who were born on New Year's Day in Sultanah Aminah Hospital, Johor Bahru, have already received an initial saving fund of 200 ringgit under the Amanah Dana Anak Malaysia 2050 or Adam 50 incentive. And the fund was presented by Permodalan Nasional Berhad, PNB. Parents of the New Year babies expressed their appreciation for the initiative, which they said would help kickstart their children's savings.
Perasaan saya bersyukur sangat-sangat rezeki di tahun 2018. Bayi, alhamdulillah sihat. First time anak lahir tahun baru.
Dengan ada dana Adam ni sebagai ASB untuk anak, kira boleh menabung dari sekarang untuk anak-anak masa depan dia semua dah ada. Bagus.
The fund was presented to the recipients by PNB Deputy President and Group CEO Dato Idris Kechot. Adam 50 is granted to babies born from January 1st, 2018 to December 31st, 2022 in the form of Amanah Saham Bumi Putra for Bumi Putras and Amanah Saham Satu Malaysia for non-Bumi Putras. The initiative was announced by Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib Tun Razak during the 2018 budget. Meanwhile, in Malacca, 10 babies born today in Malacca Hospital had also been named recipients of the Adam 50 scheme. According to State Exco Dato Latifah Omar, the government initiative gives parents the opportunity to begin investing for their children.
Sebagai pembuka jalan, boleh juga ditambah. RM10 pun tak apa sebulan. Ya? Akhirnya akan menjadi, kalau dikira umur, satu hari ni, kalau dalam masa 10 tahun, anak-anak ni boleh hidup dengan duit yang ada untuk pendidikan dia di masa yang akan datang.
Bersyukurlah sebab yang kira untuk simpanan dia lah. Kira okey lah. Baguslah semua benda ni kan.
Bagus untuk masa depan anak.
Okey lah. Saya dengan suami sekali menabung lah untuk dia, untuk masa depan dia kan. Okey.
A total of 28,145 Year 1 pupils started the first day of 2018 schooling session at 418 primary schools in Kelantan today. And State Education Director Muhammad Zahari Othman said 13,376 pupils also registered for preschool, while 28,961 entered Form 1 today. Muhammad Zahari said that 29,626 primary and secondary school teachers in the state will continue to carry out their duties diligently despite facing a lot of constraints in disciplining students.
Kemenjadian murid dia meliputi keberhasilan dalam pencapaian akademik, keberhasilan meningkatkan sahsiah diri murid iaitu disiplin diri dia, keberhasilan dalam konteks co-curriculum dan juga keberhasilan dalam konteks psikologi. Keempat-empat komponen ini dikategorikan sebagai komponen kemenjadian murid yang mesti difokuskan oleh semua warga pendidik, khususnya pengetua dan guru besar.
He said this after welcoming 101 Year 1 students at Sekolah Kebangsaan SK Demit II in Kota Baru today. Also present were Kota Baru District Education Officer Muhammad Izzani Awang and SK Demit II Principal Rusli Mat. 20,631 Year 1 pupils started their new school session for 2018 academic year at 352 primary schools throughout Terengganu. Now, however, two schools, namely Sekolah Kebangsaan Sungai Berua and Sekolah Bukit Tado in Hulu Terengganu, registered a total number of pupils of less than 100 for the new school year. Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Ahmad Razif Abdul Rahman said the matter must be resolved to ensure a balanced education in the state. Now, he said this after visiting one-year pupils starting their new school session for 2018 academic year at Sekolah Kebangsaan Tok Jembal, Kuala Nerus. And State Education Department Director Shafruddin Ali Hussein said everything went smoothly on the first day of school today, though it rained in several areas since last night. "500 children of military personnel from the 8th Infantry Brigade headquarters in Pangkalan Chepa received schooling paraphernalia from Felkra Berhad and the Pangkalan Chepa Wanita UMNO. Now, the aid was handed out as a token of appreciation for the services given by the security forces to safeguard the country's peace and security. And speaking during a briefing after launching a back-to-school program, Pangkalan Chepa UMNO Division Chief Dato' Zaluzi Sulaiman said the contribution was an initiative by Kelantan Wanita UMNO Information Chief Zarina Ahmad Yusof. The initiative was made to ensure that every child began the schooling session with the proper schooling needs, and the students were provided with school uniforms, bags and stationery worth about 200 ringgit each. Now, the Education Ministry said that research for an improved version of the guidelines relating to student punishment in school is now in the final stage. And according to its Deputy Minister, Dr. P. Kamalanathan, the Ministry is also open to views and suggestions in the interests of all parties. When met at a briefing after visiting Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan Tamil SJKT Gelang Patah in Johor today, the Deputy Minister added that the Ministry also welcomes proposals and improvements for all, including teachers, parents and pupils themselves.
Itu kita sedang melihat, Menteri pun dah maklum pada kita kena semak semula apakah dia yang boleh, apa yang tak boleh. Tapi kita akan ikut prosedur yang sedia ada untuk memastikan segala ini dapat dirancang. Kerana ini got to do dengan anak murid kita.
Dato' P. Kamalanathan was commenting on the call by the National Union of the Teaching Profession for the Ministry to issue a new circular on the methods of punishment allowed on students. The Health Ministry has confirmed that the man who had returned home from an Umrah trip in Saudi Arabia tested positive for the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome coronavirus MERS-CoV. Now, in a statement, the ministry said investigations revealed that the 55-year-old man had shown symptoms of fever, cough, fatigue, and leg pain a day after returning from the trip on December 23rd. And according to the statement, the man had sought treatment at a clinic near his house. And on December 28th, he went to the Tengku Ampuan Rahimah Hospital's emergency department in Klang, where he was admitted for further examination and treatment. A MERS-CoV screening was administered on him at the Sungai Buloh Hospital on December 30th. Yesterday, a verification test was later conducted by the Institute of Medical Research, which showed that he was positive with the MERS-CoV disease. The man was reported to be stable and had been referred to Sungai Buloh Hospital for further treatment. It was discovered that the man had consumed fresh camel milk while in Mecca and had also come into contact with camels during a visit to a camel farm. The ministry assures the public that they would conduct prevention and control activities to stop the virus from spreading. Kelantan police denied the occurrence of a kidnapping of a baby girl from Hospital Raja Perempuan Zainab II, Kota Baru, as seen in a viral social media post. Now, Kelantan Police Chief Dato' Hasanuddin Hassan informed that the baby girl was born prematurely on December 24th and was taken home by her parents without the hospital's permission.
Yang menimbulkan tarik-menarik lah di antara nurse dengan tu, namun disebabkan oleh keselamatan bayi itu dan keselamatan di situ, so dikatakan bahawa nurse itu terpaksa lepaskan bayi itu pergi. Dan sekarang ini pun kita masih lagi dalam keadaan mencari nak tahu punca sebenar kenapa dia bawa lagi bayi tersebut.
According to Dato' Hasanuddin, the hospital security guards tried to stop the man, but he managed to escape by car. The hospital then contacted the police for further action. Initial investigations revealed that the baby's parents were married in Thailand. Dato' Hasanuddin said efforts to track them are in full swing. A motorcyclist died on the way to the hospital after being involved in an accident that occurred along kilometer 86 of Jalan Kota Tinggi, Kluang, Johor at 9 p.m. yesterday. The victim, Muhammad Haikal Muhammad Hishan, aged 17, was believed to have been traveling from Kota Tinggi heading towards Kluang town when he rammed into the rear end of a car. Now, the victim then entered the opposite lane before he was hit by another car. And according to Kluang District Police Chief ACP Muhammad Laham, the injured victim was taken to the hospital in Inche Besar Haja Kalsom for further treatment. However, he died before reaching the hospital. Meanwhile, two other drivers, Muhammad Khairuddin Mamat and Azli Abdulaziz, did not sustain any injuries from the accident. The case is being investigated under Section 41, Subsection 1 of the Road Transport Act 1987. Well, a total of 400 hectares of land at Felda Padang Piol Jerantut will be developed as its new generation housing project in Pahang. And chairman of the Pahang Felda New Generation Consultative Council, Dato' Sri Wan Amizan Wan Razak, said 4,000 units of affordable houses will be built and priced at 45,000 ringgit per unit. Dato' Sri Wan Amizan, who is also Tahan Assemblyman, said the federal government has approved 70 million ringgit for the construction of the road which head towards the proposed site of the new housing project.
Maka tapak yang sesuai itu sangat baik kalau kita dirikan perumahan baru bagi generasi ini untuk membantu mereka keluar daripada kepompong kemiskinan. Mengikut keluasan yang ada, 1,000 ekar itu boleh membina 4,000 buah rumah. Setelah kita tolak infra, jalan masuk, dan juga saya nak bagi tahu di sini bahawa kita telah mendapat kelulusan kerajaan pusat untuk membina jalan masuk tersebut.
Dato' Sri Wan Amizan said this when met at an event held at the Padang Awam Jengka, Pahang. He said that Pahang Menteri Besar Dato' Sri Adnan Yaakob also approved the move to overcome housing issues among Felda's new generation. In a bid to boost the Visit Beautiful Terengganu 2018 program, each district in the East Coast state will be developed with its own unique attraction. And specific attractions will be promoted, focusing on aspects such as locations, places, culture, food, and heritage. Speaking at the launch of this year's Visit Beautiful Terengganu, Menteri Besar Dato Sri Ahmad Razif Abdul Rahman said during this initial stage, the Haji Su Heritage House in Losong, Kuala Terengganu will be the icon for the state tourism. Now, meanwhile, the Hulu Terengganu district, known for its inscription stones, will be developed to become an Islamic tourism area, whereas Rantau Abang will be revived with a turtle museum. The coastal areas, which are a favorite with tourists, will also be upgraded with various cultural shows.
Sebab itu kita kena target. Jadi sekarang ni kita target ialah pelancong-pelancong yang berhampiran dengan negara kita lah. Antaranya ialah Singapura lah. Jadi kita akan lebih agresif membuat promosi kepada pelancong Singapura, Australia dan juga pelancong tempatan.
And now news from around the world. With a burst of confetti and fireworks, throngs of revelers ushered in 2018 in a frigid Times Square in New York as the glittering crystal ball dropped. Now, it was the second coldest on record, and the temperature was only minus 12 degrees Celsius in New York City at midnight. And that concludes this evening's News on 2. In our top story, 2018 newborns get Adam 50 gift. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Amin Carlos. From all of us here, Happy New Year. Stay tuned to TV2 and good night.